Reworks! I am the Shrine. Let's continue. Alright, so we're doing another devlog for Trium Strategies and Treaties, my impossible universal tabletop wargame RPG. Or impossible wargame. Or tabletop wargame RPG. And today we're doing a devlog for, and we're doing a patch notes update. I'm going to just call these updates probably for preview 15. Essentially, well, we did a few things that I had not in the video in the description. I hope I had the description, but basically, I refined the character creation again. It's been a while since I created a character. The game has gone through a ton of reworks, so it just needed to get done. So one thing I did was I messed around with team costs. Something I can never find, which is not a good sign. I should place it somewhere I can actually find it. Why aren't you finding it, game? Team costs. There you go. Oh, yeah. Sure, you need the S, of course. Yeah, it's under general wargame combat basic terms, but like, it needs to go somewhere else too. It needs to be doubled up, or tripled even. But yeah, it may look complicated. It may look complicated, but it's really not. I mean, it looks complicated, but it's really not. All you gotta do is just go down this list every single time you make a piece or make a character. You don't have to, of course, but you might need to for certain things, like putting them in Wargame, because some rules rely on the VC for things, especially for balance. So it's best to, whenever you link your character, go back and work on the go back and look at the VC. Again, you don't have to, of course. You can go by instinct or stuff, because it turns out that all of the characters I created at level 1 are all around 15 VC. Even though the XP spent on them was actually a 50, give or take 5 or 10 points. So yeah. Again, we need to put this in the new spot, but I messed this summing out to a place that I like, because it really should. Because, well, one thing is AP and speed. AP should definitely should definitely lower your thing, as well as lead. That's why mental is -3, because all the things in mental kind of allow you to do things faster, even though it's not speed. They allow you to comprehend the battlefield situation and be able to react to what the enemy is doing faster, so it allows your team to go first, essentially. So that's why it's -3. Skills is up 3 because they're all special stuff that I mean, really, it's a toss up what should be 3 and what should be 1. I mean, stealthing is really bad, but so is like everything in physical. So maybe they should be reversed even. Physical be 3 and skills be 1 per 10. I'm pretty happy with stats being how they are in Vocans. Vocans and stats are pretty good. Also, again, this needs to be in the good spot. Or maybe what I could do is have these be 1, these be 2, and these be 3. Kind of like what I did in core moves, but they're fine for the moment. They're getting the job done. Everything is roughly how I think it should be. So they're okay. They're okay for right now. We'll come back to that. I'll come back to that probably later. And whenever I do one of these videos, I will be these are to go with the game. So I'll probably have a patch notes playlist. I'll probably have not playlist, but I probably have a notepad where I add the different patch notes videos in it with the various topics, with the title, because the title should have everything in it, as you probably can already see. And then you watch the video to get the mean to your patch notes. But anyway, so what we also did was we finally started hammering out we finally started fixing the tutorial team. Well, we fixed the tutorial team. Classic Party is not fixed yet, but the tutorial team is. See, he's 5VC. So now they're all using the updated character sheet, which you not only need the character sheet, there are no second pages to the character sheet in P sheet anymore. I managed to somehow fit it on one page, and also I managed to fit the P sheet onto the character sheet, so if you make a character, you don't need the P sheet anymore. The P sheet's only for making pieces. So, yeah, that's a thing. That's a really good thing. I like that. Makes it a lot easier. However, if you notice with all of these, they're all 2 pages because just how they fit. But if you were printing it out, you can keep everything on 1 page if you needed to, and then you just simply use the back or use another piece of paper that you keep with this one in the folder or in the notepad to keep track. Hence why. Let's move up to the P sheet where you actually can find it. Again, I'm probably gonna play. Well, I mean, this is section 2 character piece creation stores. So I need to probably here list out the entire process of creating character. I pretty much know what it is now. We need to do a video. Well, we probably need to do a Gears of the Works, another episode in the series where we go and fill out probably the first description in this blank spot. I could also put art there instead, but I just need more text in this book. That's not rules. By the way, so here's the new character sheet. As you can see, this on the very bottom. And also, we need to do something real quick. There it is. This freaking thing has been this freaking thing has been a thing. This has been a thing for far too long. Delete it. Okay, good. That was before I understood what enter did. Yeah. Enter and this thing's godlike. But anyway. Also, I added mental. Also added the names of the things. I don't exactly know what to do with them. I guess I can do this for right now. We don't need it because we had the thing there. Yeah, you can have the you can't do what I do with this. Have 2 dashes on either side because you need to fill out this if you're using just the simple the simpler character sheet where you can just use the big 3 categories and then just smash all the rest of it into that category. Smash all the individual like lead, understanding, knowledge, will into just mental. Just 4 times your experience per point to make it fair with people who want to use the entire list. And yeah, so that's different. I still don't know how to do these exactly, other than you kind of put in your total category thing into the points from will, knowledge, and the points from lead, understanding, knowledge, and will all into mental every single time, which would be a drag, but you don't need to do it because there's not real reason to, other than making VCs a bit easier to calculate, and if you just wanted to play with the 3 categories. So yeah, there's also equips whatever you have currently on your character, and then the rest is for building. The reason why it's here is because you can just, write it on the back of the paper. You can also put equip on this side too, or put this stuff in this side too if you really need to. But I just can't do that because of words limitations. Like if you put something here, you have to. It's really hard to edit, as you can see. It's really hard to edit. Hence why we had the big space going out here. Multiple spaces going out here because I was trying to do having things on 2 sides, and it just doesn't work in Word, so we're going to ignore that for right now. the peach sheet looking all nice and tiny, with that way in the bottom, which is good. And now we go back to our characters. So again, we got tutorial team done, and a new character done. The new character being Adventure Damas. If I can find what I'm looking for. Pre-made. There we go. I'm actually like a good 4 foot away from my monitor, so it's not really helping. But anyway. So again, these guys have been redone. One day I'm gonna look at the VCs and make sure they're correct. But that will come when I really am happy with the VCs. But yeah. Oh, and also what we need to do is, yeah, one guy is listening to that. So there are some like little things I need to clean up, which we'll be doing in this video. Kinnair's 15, Joe is 5. Joe probably needs to have his VC reworked, although he doesn't have a lot. Although he does a ton of that. And a ton of those. He has a ton of AP, though, that's the thing. Stream, yeah. Oh, no. Why is that there? Why is that there? We're going to look at that. Yeah, good thing I'm going... and when this happens, when you try to backspace, but nothing happens... Oh, that actually happened. Never mind. You can also hit delete and it works. Okay, big guy, 18. Also, I'm starting to add these, so essentially, you know how many 10 points you are. I guess levels you are into each of your trait points. And then you need... But I've just been doing this the last few days because it needed to be done. Because I thoroughly broke the character creation system, especially the balance in the balance in the pieces. I'm still not quite sure what I should be using, either capital X or lowercase x. I probably should use lowercase x because I used it 100% in the I used it 100% in the I used it 100% in the for rolls. So yeah. Also, we're beginning to specializations. That's not. Let's let that breathe. There we go. Specializations are special training. We'll get to that in a second. Stream character sheet. We're gonna need to lower this. Stream is 10. Yeah, see, they're all in between 10 and 20. That's fine. That's fine. And the only reason some guys are lower is because of their AP and mental stats. Oh yeah, there's a ton of equipment, even though I was supposed to have very little because I kind of overdid it. But that's just how this is. But the tutorial characters are interesting, as in hard, because unless I want to rewrite the tutorial completely, they are kind of locked in stone for what they are. So yeah. But and also another thing I got rid of was magician types that are exist no longer because they serve their purpose and now we don't need them anymore. So now they're just part of they're now just part of specialization where they just give you a ton of where they give you we'll get to what specializations and special training it has become. But anyway, again, X, okay, let's lowercase these over here. See, I can't even keep the uppercase X straight. So yeah, with the rest of it. Oh yeah, and stream. I completely forgot his description. I gotta go fetch it. No, that's within Players 4 complete. He would just completely leave that out. It seems like, I mean, yeah. I, as a game developer, think that the person, and also the person that wrote Player 4, looking at Player 4 would think he would leave that empty. And the piece sheets are something, and the character sheets, my bad. The character sheets are, you know, like, you add the description, you don't add the description, it doesn't matter, and it adds a bit of story. And I think I add a bit of story to the character sheets if Player 4 didn't fill out his description, whereas the rest did. But you don't need a description for these guys, really. And in the tutorial, he never talked about his description, so it's fine. And also we could do that. Another thing we need to do is this, and no faction, which I completely messed up. Well, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with that. Sorry, mouth's dry. Always annoying, I know. Assuming I just drank too. Who's done this guy? Oh, I really goofed. Okay, yeah, level, that's not the level. There's human, because the rest are, what it says for the restyle. Humans. Anyone I committed that with? Also should be 0 XP, 0 level up. I'm not quite sure about that either, because you're supposed to write in pencil what that is. But I might as well keep it there just for people to fill out, just for people to know what they start with. Because that will change with the different. What in the world did I put for the race of human? Yeah, just humans. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I think we're ready to move on to the next stage of the video. Oh, no, we're not. That's not like that. That's supposed to be like that. There we go. Just made some mistakes. Which I can always edit these later off camera for the next patch, but yeah, it's best to do it now while we see it. Okay. Use bandages. Oh, you want to use magic heal, which would be an issue. No, okay, good. Okay, good. Let's start with special abilities and go down. Okay, special abilities. These are really changed now. There are no equipment anymore. It's just the special ability because it's just... I moved them to special abilities because they weren't all that different. All the real different was it just wasn't, you know, like a part of your character. It was a equipable thing instead of a thing that's always with you. It just doesn't. It was an okay idea, maybe even a terrible idea, but it just doesn't work anymore. Because I couldn't get them to differentiate enough. Like, what's the difference between bandages and magic heal? I mean, that's not the bad one. The bad one's repair. Because I've tried doing something different to repair kit, and it just didn't work. So yeah, so there are no so everything in equipment's not a special ability. There's no difference between magic special abilities, and I guess commands and normal abilities. I guess like things that you can just do, and equipment. They're all the same thing, special abilities, as it kind of always should have been. Especially since I suck so badly at making content. However, that said, these are pretty full now. I mean, at least level 1's pretty much done, for the most part. So yeah. So then I can work on level 2 special abilities. So you got Ball of Fire, Water Rapid Stream, and everything like that. Daily Wrench, Daily Prayer, Deflect's been changed. The Daily Wrench, Daily Prayer has been added just as cheap abilities, just like Wisp. Wisp is just cheap offensive magic. Yep. That's a thing. That's also a thing. New bandages listed twice. Get rid of this one. Also, I'm cutting out the more elaborate things like just for. I'm sorry, I just me and my disabilities and whatnot, just making it hard for me to do content whenever I want to do content, which is just, of course, I can't work. Like, why suddenly when I try to work would I start working? Would I get the ability to work? So yeah. Now, as you can see, like before, I would say you heal with successes. I'm trying to find one that's like that still. Like he would say, take your successes and heal your health point and heal your health. You don't really need that because I can just take these words and put them in the basic terms, or just terms at this point. Just put them in the terms, put them in the dictionary, and you can just look that up. Do next move. We wanted to find next at one point, but we'll see. But anyway, so I'm really happy with the abilities right now, especially since I kind of grabbed them. I grabbed some from other areas. Actually, these can all stay over there. They got special training and specializations. I say special training are strictly special abilities. I also can't ignore these. Actually, no, you. Nope, we don't want that anymore. That's broken. Because these were different things at one point. And I just had to make, and this is the only way I figured out how to make the special abilities, special training, and specializations work with each other. Special training is essentially a nerfed version of specializations, and that's all it really is. And specializations are essentially unlimited special training. Where special training, it's strictly specializations, for the most part anyway, and you can only get like 2 of them per cost, and then the special, whoa, especially, and now, again, sorry, and then the specializations are like you get a uniform to go with a lot of abilities, and maybe other things as well. We collapsed the vehicle special training to just be pilot and gunner, and then these are the basics, so level 1 versions of it. That may make more sense in the current system. And they're gonna have 2 things as well. Might as well do that while we're here. Support, what I'm looking for. We might need to make a command, magic, and equipment, just for mostly roleplay purposes, and doing more rules with these abilities, because you can tell some are magic, some are commands, and some command abilities, and some are equipment. You can definitely tell there's something there. They're not all just special abilities. But we have to see. But I'll have to see about that later. Maybe after we release the beta, because the beta's still need to get worked on, still need to get out there before we can really start hammering down and stuff. The thing is, the beta is supposed to be really polished and basically the final release, so we gotta make that decision if we want to add that nonsense sooner or later. So that'll probably come in another other works episode, or I'll do that off camera. At least start it off camera. Let's give him together now. Get Mouse's drive for no reason. Hmm. Yeah, and power boost. Gee. And then essentially these bundles are buy one get one free. Let's make this 10 and 14. No, let's make it 6. Let's be generous. At least for right now, until people say it's broken. The negotiator. But anyway, we want truce and it's lesser brethren, which is let's talk. We'll get that in a second. Okay, that's pretty done and dusted, and yeah, and down one, there we go. So gonna activate the thing. But that's pretty much what I've been working on and what we're going to be uploading as 15. But yeah, so let's save a copy. I mean, it's always a thing when I save a new preview. It's always a thing. Always a thing. Like, it's so exciting, it's so sad and everything at the same time. Mostly just anxious, but yeah. Preview 15. And what day is it? 21st. 1. I know I should be starting at the year like they do in Japan, but well, it's too late now. I was like, yeah, redo everything else. And it's far too late now. Well, I can also just have year folders and then put everything in the year folder, which would work too, but still. Right. Before we do that, let's just skim through all our pages and let's skim through all our pages, make sure there's no blank ones, which happens to me far too often, to be honest. So yeah, I guess next time we're gonna worry about making special abilities with the magic command and and there we go. We can grab this now. Okay, good enough. I didn't see any blank pages, so we'll see if there is any. Excuse me. Just take. Daredevil. Oh, you jumped on that one. And yeah, that's preview 15. You can check it out in the description below if you need to, if you want to. And, yeah, let's get rid of that. Yeah, save. On to 16. And, yeah, that'll be our first video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate watching this video. Please also not to be checking out the rest of the stuff in the description below, such as the various sports show, which you best sports channels by watching these videos and getting content produced, and by showing friends from Lista, which I will be doing these at least I'll be doing these every few weeks or every few months, maybe once a quarter, once a business quarter. But, well, we shall see. Hopefully I'll be doing them every month. Hopefully I'll be doing them every few weeks. I can't guarantee every week. That's just not going to happen. I do work on this game constantly. I have been for 4 years, so I won't stop. If I do, you can always complain about it on my YouTube channel. And, yeah, so yeah, that'd be our first or send me emails or whatever. But yeah, that'd be our first video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate watching these videos. Means a lot to me. Also, if you check out stuff in the description below, such as the various Facebook channels, which best Facebook channels watching these videos and get your content produced, and by sharing friends from this stuff. Alright, that is for real. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second.